on PS4. Dreams is a game where you're able to create anything that you can dream, whether it be a game, a character model, a 3D model, a scene, an animation. If you can dream it, you can make it in Dreams. If you guys want to check out the other Dreams videos on the channel, I think I've made over 30 of them now. I have a growing playlist that you guys can check out. You don't have to watch the episodes in any particular order. Essentially, the series is just going through Kaylee, Kratos, and I's progression as developers, as we're each developing games and Dreams and getting more used to game development and just creating things that we enjoy. I hope that you guys enjoy. Give me one moment. I'm going to open up the live chat on my laptop. I'm going to send a link to the stream to my friends in a group chat on Facebook. Yo, Kevin, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Yo, Ryan, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? So Kevin said, hi, Jet. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Ryan said, you call it a series? I mean, it's a whole bunch of... I've been calling the individual videos like episodes. It's kind of a series. I don't know, like, how would you define like a series? Do 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 do. Real quick, I'm sending a link. Do 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 ba ba. Do 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 do. Okay. So now let me check. Okay, we have a couple notifications. So someone gave Cloudmaster, Defender of the Heavens, a thumbs up. That's cool. And then someone followed Omnitrix Collection. That's cool as well. Someone followed Plumber's Badge and Green Lantern Ring. I think I already saw those. I saw those before I went to bed. Let's see. Ryan said a serial needs more structure, like numbers or titles. So if you look not at like the last 5 streams, but before that, I have been at the very least numbering them. And a few of the first few Dream streams, I did have titles on. Ryan said, or consistency. Well, I mean, I'm consistently playing Dreams. I don't know what else would be expected from a Dream stream on this channel. Let's see. So, I'm going to try and make the bin from the 5th Dimensions Omnitrix. But I actually am going to need reference for that, because I haven't seen his Omnitrix in a hot minute. I would love to make a whole bunch of custom Omnitrixes. Well, I also want to make a Omnitrix like base character, like just actually like an alien or whatever. But first, oh, there is a blue mode. So apparently there's a blue mode to the Omnitrix that's a recalibration mode. Gray is inactive mode, black is stop mode, and pink is put under a spell. Interesting. I guess I'll make some for those modes real quick. Okay. Oh, I forgot they're all grouped together. Scope in. There we go. Remove from group. Okay, so Kevin said, do you have any advice, Jet? I think I pulled a muscle or something from lifting and helping with groceries, so yeah. If you feel like you're in pain, well, I mean, if just in general, if you feel like you have like an actual medical emergency, it might be worth like consulting a doctor. A lot of people recently have been doing teledoc, where you like call into a doctor and you ask a doctor like their thoughts, so you don't have to go like straight to a hospital. The doctor can kind of assess you over the phone, and if they feel like you need something, you can then like straighten things out from there. So I'd recommend using a service like Teledoc or something. That's my 2 cents at the very least. There's not too much I can say, because I'm like not a doctor. Like I don't have a lot of advice. I'd probably say you should rest your back. I think that sounds good. Just if you have the ability to rest your back, I think it would make sense to. Okay. So let's go into coat mode. I hope that's helpful. I just didn't really know what to say. I don't know a lot of medical advice. Do 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 do. So let's see, we're gonna put it in recalibration mode, which I honestly didn't know was a thing. There we go. That's pretty sick. I didn't know that recalibration mode existed. So now, let's copy recalibration mode head ass. And let's add... See, they say that orange is self-destruct mode, but I feel like self-destruct mode had more colors in it. I don't think it was just orange. Maybe I'm stupid, but I feel like there was more to it than that. Yeah, it was like orange, but then the tips are not orange. The tips are whatchamaffuckit. Oh, well, it depends on how far you are into self-destruct mode. So sometimes the tips are orange, sometimes I think the tips are green. But I think the best way to make self-destruct mode, you would need orange on the outside and green on the inside when it comes to like the little tips. So let's see what I can do with that. So we're going to copy that. And we're going to paint that to green. Let's see. Kevin said, I don't think a doctor or a hospital is needed. After lunch, I'm going to take pain pills and take a nap and see if that helps. Okay, I wish you the best of luck with that. I'm sorry that I didn't have very good advice. I just didn't really know what to say for that particular situation. I don't think I've ever had a similar experience. But I do hope that you feel better soon. Okay. That looks good. I'm gonna scoot it down, shrink it. I need to get in close. Here we go. Stomach is making noise and shit. Okay. Kevin said, thanks, Jet. No problem. Thank you for always being awesome by being yourself. I hope that everything goes well. Let's get that in. Trying to see if I can good it. Trying to line it up. Okay. I need to rotate that. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're good in there. A. So if I can line this up with the one above it. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's lined up well. Yeah. Okay. And now we change all the colored parts of it to green. And that'll be how we get to self-destruct mode. Deselect that last part. There we go. Cool. Well, no. They'd be changed to orange. Oh, well, that's kind of weird, actually. Deselect all. I think only these parts would be made orange, and then everything else would be made green. Kevin said, Benton watch, it looks like, or whatever. So cool. Yeah, so these are, like you said, the Benton watch Omnitrixes or whatever. Do 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 do. And right now I'm just creating all the different modes for it. So right now I'm working on making self-destruct mode for the Omnitrix. I need to change these colors to all be green. Here we go. Let's see. So, Kratos asked in Bussy Bread Club, but is Dial H for Hero a video game? He said, also I'm going to be using / making original characters, not already existing superheroes. Dial H for Hero isn't a video game yet. Also, Dial H for Hero in the comics used a combination of original characters, existing characters in the DC universe, and fan-made characters. Let's see. Dial H for Hero has like a really interesting history. And I don't know of another DC comic that did that had fan-made characters, like, as a thing in the comic. But they made it where you could come up with your own villains and then submit them. And then they could be chosen to be like the hero that the main characters turned into. That looks pretty good for self-destruct mode. I think that could be more green. Like it could be the same green as the little buttons. Okay. There we go. So now we have self-destruct mode as well. Let's see. So we have capture mode, the normal mode, we have timeout mode, we have control mode, which is what that was called. I didn't know the name before. We have my attempt at trying to make like the Ben 10,000 one where it grows up his arm. I can look that up to see if that's accurate or not. That is recalibration mode, apparently. I think that's something from Alien Force, the recalibration mode. And now we have self-destruct mode. So let me look into it. Kratos said, well, yeah, that's the type of thing I'm going for in a game. Ooh. Let's see, I'll hit him up. I definitely think that it is a cool idea in that you can do it in an original way. Yeah, like I'm not saying that because, to give you guys an explanation of what I'm talking about, Kratos saw the Omnitrixes and he was like, yo, it'd be really cool if we did something that was kind of like Ben 10, but instead of turning into aliens, he turned into superheroes. And I'm like, well, that essentially is just Dial H for Hero. I'm like, that's just what Dial H for Hero is. And then Kratos was like, but is Dial H for Hero a video game? And I'm like, it's not a video game, but I mean, it is just you have a thing that turns you into superheroes. Like, that's like the whole basis. And he's like, well, I want to use like original characters and stuff like that. Let's see. Kratos said, I disagree with the Ben 10 versus the Flash fight. There was a Ben 10 versus Green Lantern thing that Death Battle did. Did someone do a Ben 10 versus the Flash thing and I just missed it? How did that go? Who won? Was it like a contest of who's faster, or was it like a fight? Because I feel like those are two very different things. Okay. See, that looks pink to me. And there is a pink one, which is what the Omnitrix looks like when Ben's like under a spell or whatever. Gray is the inactive mode, which I guess I want to see. I wish they had pictures of all these. And black is stop mode. I guess I want to look at Omnitrix stop mode. The fuck is that? Okay, so images. Yeah, so I see recalibration mode. I still don't know what stop mode is. Let's see. If I type in modes, will I get like all the images of the different modes? Working, hacked, off. Well, that's like a fan thing. I want to like actually see the different colors. What's inactive mode? That's my question. Inactive mode. See, whenever you try to search Omnitrix modes, you find a bunch of like custom, Omnitrix designs, which is cool, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I may not do some of these modes that I'm less familiar with. Inactive mode, though, seems like something I should be able to do. Inactive mode, Omnitrix. Oh, I tried to search that earlier, and it just gave me a bunch of this stuff. So I think inactive mode is just kind of whited out or whatever. Like instead of it being green, it's just white. I feel like that might be the case. I also think that might be wrong. I'll just make it anyways. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying to make them right now. Let's see. And let's go into coat mode. And we'll change it to white. I still need to do my census and do my taxes. So I'm going to do that today at some point. There we go. And that's our take on an inactive Omnitrix. It looks really, really white. I don't think it ever looks like this, but at the same time, I'm not hating on it. It's not bad. I want to do, because this was supposed to be control mode, but I think it looks too pink. It's not like a dark enough purple. Oh shit, I keep forgetting they're all like chained together. Except for the ones at the end. So I'll go in and do the pink one now. So let's see. Because I just need it to look more pink than the other one. So let's see. I'll go into coat mode, colors, like actually pink. Like give me like the pinkest one. Huh, okay. There we go. So that one's like under the control of a spell. So that's like when Charmcaster messes with it. In active mode, I feel like the surrounding buttons and shit are still green or something like that. There's something up with this all being white that to me doesn't look right. So like an inactive Omnitrix. Let me not put in mode. Just say inactive. I'm looking. I feel like you don't really... It's not that you don't see it. Because I recognize like the Omnitrix looking white. But I don't recognize it looking that white. Omnitrix white. Yeah, like I'm used to seeing the symbol as white. but I don't know how much of it is white during the normal show a lot of the time. I think I'm fine with this. Kevin said, I'm off to take a nap. Later, Jet. I hope you feel better soon. And I'll see you soon, Kevin. Let's see. So I think I'm going to make the Ben 10 like 5th dimension Omnitrix next. Because I think that one has a really interesting design. Do 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 do. So let's see, Omnitrix 5th dimension or whatever. I can't remember what that bin was called. It's like the alternate universe bin, like bin 10, but the one that looks kind of like Justin Bieber, because his Omnitrix was pretty fresh. Let's see. I'm experiencing some ear ringing. Oh, it wasn't the 5th dimension. It's bin 23. Okay, so I see the bin 23 watch. It might be a little complicated in order to get like all the design things that I want. Like if I really want to emulate it. So let's see, bin 23 Omnitrix. Yeah, he calls it the Hero Watch. So the color scheme is fairly different. It actually made this like cuff part of it a different color, which I like that, but I don't know how I'm going to emulate that. It also has like a second button. Does the Omnitrix in general just have 2 buttons? I don't remember it having a second button. But I clearly see 2 buttons on this thing. So I guess this one's gonna have 2 buttons. Okay. Let's see, Rap King said, you heard of this rapper called Quinfin? No. Who is that, Rap King? Also, Rap King, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Right now, I'm trying to work on making an Omnitrix that matches the Omnitrix from an alternate universe version of bin 23. The Omnitrix, by the way, is just the watch from bin 10, for anyone who isn't familiar with like that particular term. Let's see. Angle that up. It kind of needs to be like closer to the top, the second button. It's so weird because it seems unnecessary to have 2. You would only ever hit one of the buttons. But it looks like it does have a second button, which I guess makes sense because it could land on your wrist potentially anyway. But it seems like it's something that changes for the wearer, so I don't know why you wouldn't just have one button. Anyways, we're going to select these colors. They all need to be made blue, as if it's in like recalibration mode. But then the disc needs to be made green. Also, its straps look a little blue. It doesn't look like it has the normal metal straps. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that in the design. It wouldn't be hard to do that, but we'll see. So let's see, we're gonna go into coat mode, go back to the blue color. I'd say it's like this kind of blue. Yeah, that looks right. And then we're going to select the disc and also not the like glowing bit, but the surrounding little dimple or whatever for each of these. If I have a steady enough hand, I should be able to get those. Let's see. Rap King said he's a Texas rapper. Do you like his songs? Like, tell me a little bit about like his discography. Does he have any like hits that you would hear like just played on the radio or whatever? Or is he a guy who like pops off more in his area but not necessarily anywhere else? Rap King said one of his songs is called Talkin' My Shit. Talkin' My Shit. I don't think I've heard of him. But I guess I would like to know if you were to compare him with like any other rapper, who do you think he compares to best? So we have the gold faceplate down and the gold around the buttons. But I want to get that gold wrist part in. And technically the pipes, I can't tell if they're white or if they're blue. I think they're just white. Getting that gold wrist part, I actually have no idea how I'm going to do that. Beth said, I like the blue Omnitrix the best. So, you may change your mind when you look around at like all the ones available. So this one I'm still working on. This is the Bin 23 Omnitrix, but there's a detail of it that I haven't finished. This is Bin's Omnitrix. When a spell is cast on it, it turns pink. This is supposed to be inactive mode, which I'm kind of debating on whether or not inactive mode is like a real thing. Let's see, Rap King said he's like NLE Choppa. Okay, I don't really listen to Choppa. I can't really say much about that. This is like self-destruct mode, where the Omnitrix is like about to explode. This is recalibration mode, where the Omnitrix is going to like change depending on like the wearer's DNA. This is Bin 10,000's Omnitrix. It's kind of like a tube. It grows up the arm. Beth said, I also like the pink one. The pink one kind of has elements of mind control in it, because that's when a spell is cast on it and where Charmcaster kind of has control over the watch. This is control mode. This also is like a mind control one, where the transformation is permanent and it kind of forces you to be a certain alien. This is inactive mode. This is when the Omnitrix times out, so you can't transform for a while. This is active mode. This is where you can transform into an alien. And then this is collect mode. So this is when you detect a new DNA sample and you're able to use that DNA sample. But sometimes it's kind of locked in. You can't really do too much. Beth said, ooh, I like that, referring to the mind control Omnitrix. Well, there's a purple one that does that, and there's a pink one that kind of does that. So the feature that I haven't added to this one, this part where the wrist is cut, is supposed to be gold. And I honestly don't know how to do that. Because this isn't like its own part right here, this edge. So I'm just kind of lost. I don't even know where to start with that. Let me scoot it over. Let's see. Rap King said you should listen to him in your free time. I might check him out. We'll see. If he ever drops something that's like trending, I'll probably end up seeing it. I think I know how I might be able to get this to work. Okay, so I think I know what I have to do. So I'm going to go into coat mode, and I'm going to make this part gold. And then I'm hoping to like crop out the middle of it so that I can sink it over this one. To be honest, if it was all gold, it'd kind of be shining a little bit. Like it wouldn't be like a bad thing if it was all gold. But we need the middle to not be gold. So I need to go into sculpt mode and then subtractive. Goodness. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Because I don't want to fuck it up. Let's see. Beth said the blue and green color actually make a cool color scheme together. Blue and green. What's the blue and green one? This is supposed to be gold. Like, it's like a metallic sheen or whatever on a yellow. I could see how it could be seen as like being a green, though. Okay, so far, I don't think I fucked it up too bad. Will that work? That looks kind of alright. Wait, what the fuck did I just do? Undo. Okay. X out of sculpt mode before it does something weird. Oh, I need to get rid of that top part. I don't know how I saw that and didn't think that it was a problem. Okay. Well, let's try that. It's going to be weird trying to situate it. Oh no. I might have to stretch it in order to get it to fit, even though it should be more or less an exact cut. I don't think it goes far enough back or forward, honestly, in order to work. So let me see what I can do. So I'm going to stretch that forward a little bit. Well, if you stretch it too far forward, it doesn't have the gap. Okay, that looks pretty good in the front, I guess. And we stretch it back. And now I think it looks okay in the back. Let's look at it. I think it could be stretched down as well to cover up this bottom part. But I think this is turning out well. Okay. Here we go. So this is the bin 23 Omnitrix. The only thing I don't like, I guess, is that well, that doesn't look particularly good. Like where it's overlapping the metal bar, well, the tube or whatever. I can't tell how I feel about that. That seems inevitable based on the design. And it does it on the top and the bottom, that little overlap thing. I feel like that's how you'd have to design it almost. Like the metal, you could say, is like creasing by it. It's not like right on it necessarily. The way that the inside of the tube looks feels weird. Like I feel like I kind of don't like that, but I'm not sure how much I can do about that. Since this would be worn on somebody's arm, you would never really see the inside of the tube though. The arm would be inside of the tube. So I can't really hate on it for the inside of the tube thing. That's probably fine. So I think this kind of works. But I don't know. And there are some details missing from it, but those same details are missing from like all of the Omnitrixes that I've made. So it's not too crazy. I think the little creases aren't that bad between the metal and the tubing. Excuse me. Yeah, I think the reason why it looks green, the gold is very reflective and we have like a blue skybox. So you see the yellow color, but when it reflects blue, it looks more green. Well, sorry, when you see yellow, it looks more green because it's reflecting blue. Okay, so now we have the Bin 23 watch, which involved us creating like a whole new piece for it in order to customize it. We have the Under a Spell mode, we have the inactive mode, we have self-destruct mode, we have recalibration mode, we have Bin 10,000's Tube 1, we have control mode, inactive, active, and collect mode. I almost forgot the name of that one. Let's see. So Bin 23 was one that I really wanted to make. I'm thinking about making the Argent Omnitrix. That one was straight up like gold with bling and shit on it. I remember thinking that was pretty cool. So I can look that up. Let's see. Argent Omnitrix. The image is so small. Oh, the Argent one was done in a different style. It wasn't like the old school Omnitrix. It was like the Omniverse faceplate one. Which, to be honest, I think making the Omniverse one wouldn't be too hard, but I don't really know. And right now I'm just sticking to like more of the OG design, which is heavily reflected in the reboot Omnitrix. The reboot Omnitrix is very similar to the OG one. Let's see. Oh, I just realized I was missing some stuff in Bussy Bread Club chat. Let's see, so Beth is really hype about Kratos' Dial H for Hero style game that he wants to come out with. Kratos said I can have each superhero make it a different genre. One hero will make it a platformer, another a puzzle game, and another an FPS, etc. I do like that. I'm gonna smash the like on that. Let's see, Beth asks Kratos if he reads comics. Kratos said I have not gotten into comics as much as I like to. Let's see. Beth is telling Kratos that she'd recommend that he check out Invincible. And then she's like, Invincible is a teenage superhero who has to fight this alien race called the Viltrumites. An alien race trying to claim Earth for themselves. It does start in Invincible's teen years, and Invincible is 20 where Beth and I are in the series. Kratos said, wow, I like that. He said, I'm going to check that out. Let's see. Ryan said, all these aliens coming to Earth trying to claim shit. Did they not read War of the Worlds? So, oh, I was going to check to see if my Bin 10,000 Omnitrix, the one where it's just a tube, if that actually is accurate. I just remember it being big, like it was really thick. Huh, it had a tube part in the front and in the back, if I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah. And the tubes looked really fucking big, but I think it was in part just because the Omnitrix itself was bigger. So let's scoot this down. The tubes do get progressively smaller on it. Remove from group. And I'm more or less going to copy this. Ooh. Rotate it around. Because it's on both sides, apparently. And then just form it over this side. It looks a little too big, I would say. The tubes kind of fit snug on the arm, from what I can tell. Wait, what the fuck? Here we go. Like, they're not, like, huge tubes. What's messing with me is that I feel like one end is shrinking more than the other. I don't know why one end seems to be shrinking more. That could be a trick of the eye. Or maybe one end is sticking further out of the Omnitrix and one end is more pushed into it. That might be it. Because they're probably shrinking an equal amount. It's weird to see all that space with an arm in it. I feel like you would still see all that space. But it does look like this part you would just like strap onto the arm. It might be easier to portray Ben 10,000 by just taking a normal Omnitrix and then pushing the straps on it. I don't think you need to make the straps. In other words, I'm saying it doesn't matter to make a Ben 10,000 one because you'd probably make that on your character using the pre-built one because it's literally just a one-part change up. Okay, here we go. So that seems good. I feel satisfied by this set. They're not all perfectly in line or anything, but they don't have to be. And the Ben 23 one, it has its faults because I had to do like a weird cut job on it, but it's not bad. I like how it turned out. I don't know if I want to group them all together or if I want to take the ones that I did group all together and like ungroup them because they really don't have to be grouped all together. Scope in. Scope in. There we go. So now you can easily select them all individually. Okay. So this will be cool. So now I already have ideas for what I want to make next. I have a couple different things that I want to make. So let's jump into that after I save this version online as public. Let's edit the cover page because that picture that it shows is kind of ass. Yeah, you would rather show all of the Omnitrixes in their glory. Yeah. To me, that looks a lot better. Wait a minute. Go back. I'm like, did I move the camera when I took the picture, or did I just take the picture? Because if you move the camera, it fucks up like the whole thing. Okay, so I know for a fact, for the second picture, I didn't move the camera. So I'm just going to use that picture. There we go. So let's go back to save version online, save version as public, edit cover page, set background photo. Just use that one. Yeah, I feel like that's a much better background photo. Hit save. It is public forever. Let's see. Okay, so now that I've made the Omnitrix collection and saved it as public, my brain's like, I just saved it as public like a moment ago. So I think I'm good. It's like, this is an autosave. The creation will be automatically deleted unless you save it. Just don't save, because it's already public. It's already saved in its most recent version. Okay, so now I'm going to do something kind of cool that I'm a little hype about. So I'm going to take blank sliding platforming puppet. Yo, what the fuck? There's a new puppet. They dropped a new puppet. Media Molecule's done it again. He's got a big ol' head. Oh, he's so stubby. Oh, he doesn't double jump. Oh, I like you. Oh, I'm gonna make shit with that. Not right now though. Soon. Okay, first off, I like that. I'm glad that they're dropping new puppets. They need to keep doing that. They need a puppet that's like a beast. We need a beast puppet. But anyways, let's get past Omnitrix stuff so that we can do more Omnitrix stuff. I'm gonna take Robo Draco V4, and then I'm going to make a few key changes to him. So there we go. Enter edit mode. I wanted him to open his wings up so they were fully colored in. Scope in. Gosh, how tight do I have to scope to select stuff? Am I not scoped into him yet? I thought, like, why is all of them being highlighted? Scope in further. That's like his whole body. Here we go. Now we're scoped in tight enough. He's so bright. Let's see. Here we go. You grab that. Okay, there we go. And then he looks like he's thugging when his eyes are winced out like that. That's when you know he means business. Okay, so let's go into modes, coat mode, colors, green, A. Then let's tint. It's hard to tell if it's like green or yellow. I want it to look more green. Let me turn to like a darker shade of green. Oh, that's definitely green. So that one I think goes a little bit better. We're trying to make it unmistakably green. There we go. Rewind. And now, I'm just gonna put like a little Omnitrix chest plate on him. Well, actually, let's make sure that we're not like in a group. I'm not trying to group him with the face plates or something. So Omnitrix chest plate, stamp, scope in, get rid of these. We're just gonna smack that on his chest. More or less. It's interesting. The original series of Benton would put these little like chest plates wherever. Like they didn't have to be on the chest, and they were a little bit bulkier. But later series, it was always on the chest. I think that was better for like marketing and toys. Okay. So yeah, I think it's now in the right place. You just sit it on his chest. Okay. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit. Cool. And there you go. Now he's like a Ben 10 transformation. The greatest of ease. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I wonder if I would want to make that look more green. It really wouldn't have to be. It's fine for it to be red. Green might go with his aesthetic more. I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind it being green. I'll go into edit mode. Show hide. Yeah, I was like, I am selecting both. Scope in. Okay, specifically this. Go into coat mode. I'm not sure if trying to coat this will work the way that I'm hoping it would. There we go. Now it's kind of green. Let's see if that looks right. Yeah. So now he shoots like a green blast. Yeah, that seems pretty easy. I feel like it's not hard to turn a pre-existing thing into like a Ben 10 themed version of said thing, if you wanted to. So this will just be like the Omnitrix version of like a Robo Draco. So, oh right, I was going to enter edit mode. So let's hit rewind. Let's get rid of the invisible effects. Let's get rid of the floor. We don't need a floor here. And there we go. So let me quick save. Excuse me. Element, character. So I'll call it Robo Draco. I guess I'll just say like Bin10 OC or whatever. Let's see, and then we'll go to release online as public, edit cover page, take a photo. That image is kind of whack. Let's see. So I do really like how that turned out. Let's go back. That seems good enough for me. Release online, because I'm not trying to save anything locally on my system. I'm not trying to fill up the space. Let's see. Release online is public, edit cover page, set background photo, use the only photo we have. There we go. Much better. Once it's public, it's always public. Yes. Oh. Oh, I immediately regret it. No. Okay, hold on. So, when he uses his charge attack, his antlers will still glow white. I forgot all about that. I forgot about his charge attack. Like, right after I saved it, I remembered that that was a thing. I don't want that. Edit mode, jump back. We're going to have to dig into him a little bit to get to that part, but it won't be too much. Into his puppet logic. So that keyframe is triggered when he hits square. This is the keyframe that's triggered when he does the boost. I'm going to replace that keyframe with a new keyframe. Okay. For the new keyframe, scope in, select all the little antlers. Well, not all the antlers, but just these. Oh. On the top and on the side. And then I'm going to go into coat mode. Yeah, we're going to tint them green. There we go. And then we're going to add some glow to it. Stop recording. Okay. And now, just exit out of scope. Yeah. Scope out completely. There we go. I'm going to look at the original keyframe. I don't think it has anything special going on with it. So I'll just move it over here. Get rid of that keyframe. Then I'll go into view mode. There we go. So now when he uses his boost, it fits more with the aesthetic. Okay, I like that. I think that works out. Go back into edit mode, rewind, and then we're going to release this new version. Release online is public, save, public is forever. Cool. So there we go. So now, let's exit creation. And let's get rid of the local save version of him. Cool. Delete. Yes. Awesome. And I guess I'll put him inside of the Robo Draco collection. So let's edit that. Go into search. And add that. There we go. So now we have a Benton version. Oh yes, save. I mean, to be honest, I should have just released version. I think I might have made a local save by accident. Yep. Nobody wants a local save, my guy. There we go. And Robo Draco's still here with all the stuff. Awesome. So next up, I was thinking about making a character. Let's try and make a character using the new puppet. I originally wasn't going to use the new puppet because I didn't know it was a thing. But since we know it exists, we can hit it up and try and do something cool with it. So I want to make a character using like the little Omnitrix pieces. It looks like they released some cool stuff, actually. Oh, and they've released little Animal Crossing looking characters. Huh. Oh, this is interesting. They've added a whole bunch of stuff. I like this. But before we geek out too hard on all the new characters that they added, let's customize this little guy using parts from like Omnitrixes and Omnitrix faces. Well, Omnitrix chest plates. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So let's see. I really like the tube part of the Omnitrix thing. Scope out a group. Fuck. Okay. Scope in, grab, remove. Cool. Do 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 do. I feel like I could use this tube in a multitude of places in order to make a character look more robotic while also giving them like more of a shape. Do 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 do. One thing I'll need to be careful of is just the size compared to this puppet, because this puppet is really tiny. Probably will need to be bigger than that. So this is almost like a little helmet for him. Do 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 do. There we go. We have his big ass head selected. Do 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 do. Okay, so that fits snugly on his head. Making sure it's not bleeding through the back or anything. Scope out. Let's possess him. Okay. It looks like the front of his face bleeds through it sometimes. So that can probably be fixed. All we would really have to do is scope into him. That increased the size of his whole head. Here we go. I just want to increase the size of the tube so that maybe his head won't bleed through it. Yeah, here we go. So now his head doesn't bleed through when he runs. The tube is very big. Okay. So let's go back. Let's see. So I want to use the tube shape again. So what I'll do is scope in. We'll just do what we did last time. Oh, well, not that far. Not trying to scope in that deep. Okay, cool. So we are selecting the thing that we would want. Nice. And let's just keep a little clone of that here, because I feel like I'm going to be using that a lot. Okay, now we're going to rotate it. I'm going to try and shrink this down a little bit, because if I shrink it down, I can kind of make it like body armor. Doot 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 doot. Okay. I could see that working. Scope in the group. Scope in the group. Yeah. That's exactly where I want it. Okay. Let's rotate that a little bit. Straighten it out. It looks like we got ourselves another little like armor piece. So now let's go into play mode. Make sure it's attached. Okay. It seems like it's attached to our little guy. He seems to be having fun with it. He needs eyes to give him some sort of direction with his head and everything. Also want to give him a little chest plate while we're at it. So I want to give him this chest plate right here. Okay. Chest plate doesn't really have to be that big. Yeah. Scope in. That seems scoped in tight enough. Now let's push this toward the chest piece. Here we go. I think that is on firmly enough. So let's go into play mode. I feel like it might be a little off in its rotation. Like, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like centered on his chest. It kind of looks censored. I mean, not censored. Centered right there. Huh, I just realized I'm creating like an armored little guy. If I used a different faceplate, like a different color one, it could be like an Omni Kicks transformation. Let's see. Right now I'm trying to just straighten it up. Okay, so realign. I'm not sure if that actually made it straight. Trying to zoom in really tight. Trying to put it more or less in the center. That looks connected. Okay. Ooh. So he now has the little Omnitrix chest plate thing. But it looks tilted. Is his whole body tilted? Is that the thing? Yeah, I don't think the chest plate's messed up. It's that the body is tilted. Oh, so sometimes the body will get tilted and sometimes the body will look fine. Like here, that looks fine. Yeah. So it's hit or miss on some of those features. That's interesting. I think the body is fine for the most part. It might have been just the way that I was holding the character. Okay. So now, scope into this again. You want to select that, that. Let's just start holding down the X button. Because I want to select most of the faceplate stuff. Everything but like the triangles. Yeah. Okay. And then remove from group, remove from group. And those can be like the little eyeballs. All you have to do is shrink them down to where they'll fit. It'll probably be something like that. Make like a clone of them. Put it like over there. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna have to select like all that shit again. Okay, it says 11, but there are 12 pieces of it. There we go. Yeah, I was like, I knew there was more. And then I think they're both in the positions I'd want them to be, more or less. Okay, and I want the final number to be 24. That'll let me know that I got all of it. I'm not trying to select the head though. There we go. Group those just to make it easier for me to attach these eyes. Stomach's making hella noise. Let's see. And now that all these are grouped, hit add to group, add to group, add to group. There we go. Might make them a little bit smaller. I felt like the eyes were a little too big. Now that they're smaller, they might want to get pushed back a little bit. one got pushed back way more than the other. Yeah. I think it's due to the shape of the helmet. That looks more even. It might have also just been due to my ass placement beforehand. Okay. And now let's see about giving him actual eyes that we can, like, see, emote more, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to really make them emotive. I just want them to look more like eyes. Okay. And then I want to add a glow to them. I guess what I mean is I want to give them life. There we go. Yeah. I'll probably change the color on the little, like, surrounding dial parts. And change them from, like, yellow to maybe a more classic Benton, like, green or whatever. So I think we could do that pretty easily. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. What up? Do 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 do. What's poppin'? Do 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 do. Okay. So let's go in. Oh, I forgot that the tubes connecting his eyes were still yellow, like connecting the eyes to the little, like, helmet thing. So I'll probably change those to also be green. I mean, to be honest, I could see, like, the insides of his eyes also being green. I feel like that might go a little bit better. So like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. And let's make them green, actually. The design somewhat reminds me of Buzzshock or whatever, who was like a battery-based alien that Ben had. That's not really what I'm going for, but this is kind of reminiscent of it. I almost just want his chest plate to be green too. Like, I'm like, he could just match. His whole thing could just be green, and it would be fine. Like, I wouldn't hate that. I mean, that's an easy fix. There we go. So I'm liking that more green design. I want to give his whole body a, like, metallic finish. Like a shiny metal finish. Gives him more of like a robot look. I want to scope into him a little bit. Okay, right now we're scoped into like the head. Too far in. Yeah. I want to recolor his head to go with, I guess, the rest of him. That, or he could be green on the inside as well. I don't know. So many possible choices. I'm just gonna go with green. Yeah. Not sure if he should have a little bit of glow. That might be interesting, actually. Not too much glow, just a little bit. And then I want to scope into like his arms, his hands, his legs, his little booties. Get right there. Get his arm, his hand. Okay, and we'll just make them all green and glow a little bit. So yeah, that same color green. Tint tool. That looks about right. And then that little bit of glow. Not too much glow. Just a little bit of glow. Okay, so you can see I missed his neck. I need to get at that neck. His design seems so simple. Also, I missed the underside of his feet, which is interesting. So I need to try and get at that as well. Let me see those Dr. Scholl's. Okay, and now we're just going to use the tint tool again. Okay. And now we're going to put that little bit of glow on it. Not too much glow. Yeah. Because we want it to kind of work with everything else. And now we have our little mascot-y looking dude. I feel like there's probably more stuff that I could do with him. But I'm not sure off the top of my head what I would want to do. If it was the bigger puppet, I could see like his whole body being kind of armored. But it's not the bigger dude, so I kind of don't want to do the whole body armor. Yeah. Anyways, zoom out. I kind of like it. It's kind of basic, but I kind of like it. Well, oh, Beth was here earlier. I should have shown her the Green Lantern ring thing that I made. I specifically made that because I thought she would fuck with it. And then it completely slipped my mind while she was here. I could add the little tubes that I have on the Omnitrix and have them connect to like his back or something. That could be like kind of interesting, I suppose. Okay. So let's situate him over there. And then let's try and grab these little tubes. At least one of them that we can then repurpose on your boy. Here we go. And I was thinking we could attach the tubes to his back. So they could either jettison out like that, or they could connect in to themselves and like plug back into his back, similar to what the Omnitrix does. So it'd be kind of like you rotate that a little bit, you lift it up. I could make that second pipe smaller. Okay. Nah, nah. That's probably okay, actually. That's probably not that bad. I'd have to see it in motion, though. I really don't know if that's going to work or not. Add to group. Add to group. Yeah, on that. And let's just see what it looks like. It may look bad. Let me push it in a little bit. That way it's like in his back. And then, yeah. Let's rotate this one to be a little bit more inward. If we can. Hold on. Camera feels all over the place. Here we go. My brain suddenly remembered that Kratos still has the best time on my fucking platformer shooting game. So, at some point today, I'm gonna probably try and grind that. Last time I tried to grind that, I literally got sick because I was just playing it too much. Like, too much first person platforming can make me feel a little ill. I still like it though, I think it's fun. Let's see. So I think those little tubes on the back, they add a little bit of character, and they add an extra element from the Omnitrix to the main character. Here we go. So now, go into play mode. It looks like they connect to the back as you'd want them to. I'm like, sometimes I think I see elements of blue. That's just the pipes, actually, sticking through, is what I'm seeing in there. Which, I'm not sure if I hate that. I think that's probably fine. Is that also a little bit of pipe? Nah, I just didn't color the upper arms. So that actually is like a design mistake. So I'll get the upper arms on them to match everything else. The pipes sticking through are fine. They could be sticking into his body for some like lore-based reason. That's not what I'm trying to select. Closer. Yeah, like that little bit right there. Yeah, his upper arms. I think I saw another blue thing. You'll never see that. But I might as well goot it anyways so I don't have to worry about it later. Because I also thought you'd never see the other thing. But you did, so it doesn't matter. So let's mess with the tint on these. So I hope I'm not editing. Yeah, I was editing like his bin. I don't want to edit his bin. Yeah, I think I'm still editing his bin. Also, I'm set to decrease right now, which is weird. I think his chest is connected to the armor. So I just shouldn't select his chest. You're never gonna see his chest. It's like actually hidden by the armor. So now I think I can use the tint tool and not mess up. And then add just enough glow to blend it in. It's too much glow. My brain's like, am I fucking up? Okay. Not enough. Not enough. Looking better. Almost there. That looks better, I think. It's hard when editing such like a small piece of it. There we go. So we got a little Omnitrix inspired design. Well. So let's see. I feel like I want to do more with this little guy, but I don't know what else I really want to put on him. He could have little like knee pads, but he doesn't have true knees. He has like upper leg and a lower leg that happen to like connect at a point, but that's not like a knee that I could stamp it to. Like that little point isn't its own thing. So I would have to stamp it to his lower leg or to his upper leg, but not to the connector. I think that would be a little weird, so I probably wouldn't want to mess with that too much. I like this though. I could like use this guy and stuff. I just don't have a name for him yet. Right now, I'll just call him like Bin 10 OC or something like that, because that's accurate. It's pretty much all he is. I do want to save, I guess, his little like helmet with the eyes. I think I could use that for other stuff. And his body thing with the Omnitrix symbol, I could probably also use that for other stuff. Oh, and with the pipes built into it. I could definitely use that. So let's go back into edit mode. Actually, one thing I didn't do was like edit like his puppet stuff. So let's see, slidiness, gatiness, match floor angle, lean into strength, foot separation, bicycle feet. I might give him like bicycle feet, because I've been curious about that. It's supposed to make really fast characters look more natural. Huh. I see what they're talking about. The little bicycle feet thing. I don't know how I feel about it. Do. I don't dislike it though. He jumped and it looked like he leaned his head in and then like he hit his head on it. He's so small that he can use the Omnitrixes as platforms. I think these little platforming puppets that they made that are like this tiny are going to lead to like people wanting and using smaller things for platforming. It can be tricky to try and land on these though, but he can do it. Yeah. To be honest, ooh. It's weird to see his head juggle like that. But I think it's interesting. He's stuck. Try as he might, there is no escaping it. I wonder. That was cool. Can we do that again? Can I get that? I think if I move his head around and like fidget his body, he should be able to escape. Oh, he's trying. He's trying so hard. Oh goodness. He's so stuck. Yeah, there we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fuck do. What if I made little platforms and shit for him that were themed after like Ben 10 stuff? That way I'm not jumping on stupid ass Omnitrix faces and like falling off. Let's see. So I have an idea for how I would do a platform. Scope in, select him, remove from group. Okay. And then scope into that. Further. Grab this, this. Get all the pieces. I want it to hold down X. Start mass selecting stuff. Okay. 14. I'm like, 14 sounds like too many pieces. No, that's everything I wanted. Okay, cool. Okay. So using like the Omnitrix face, like the little like core part, we can make little platforms. And he can use these in order to get around. He has some pretty nice hops, like he can probably place that a little bit higher. And we'll just test to see how well he can jump across these. Pretty well, yeah. So now we have little Omnitrix face platforms. I like that. There's potential there. I like the use of the core as like a part of the platform thing. Huh. My original plan wasn't to straight up like create a level kind of thing with this guy. I was originally just gonna like make the little character model. But now that I see like these platforms, I feel like I probably could make like a little level thing out of it. I should probably start saving more stuff as I go. I still don't have a name for this guy. I have some questions about like stuff I can do with him though. So, upper body movement, body structure, behavior, physical properties, labels. See, follow me, inner radius, outer radius, look at me, da, na, na. You can put a tag to follow into the puppet behavior base. That's kind of cool. In the puppet logic itself, I'm curious about something that I could potentially do. Not in the microchip color. In the puppet interface. Open that up. Maybe not in the puppet interface. Is it in the controller sensor that you would do this? Let's see. Face only, visible on body target. Choose this option to have the imp completely visible when possessing this controller sensor with the imp's body on the controller sensor gizmo. I want to see what face only what looked like on this guy. Choose this option to have the imp's face visible when possessing the controller sensor. Since he wears a helmet, can't really see anything. But it was interesting. I just wanted to see what that would look like. Doesn't look like shit. Hide him. There we go. Do. Probably would look like something if I actually didn't have a big ass helmet on them. Do. I still really like this. Like the idea of these as platforms. I could see maybe trying to make a custom bounce pad that had like the Omnitrix symbol stuff on it. That could also be cool. I'm trying to see. So for a platformer, of course you need platforms. Bounce pads are nice. Fans are nice. I don't know how I would design a fan to keep it and not like make the fan stupid. But we'll see. I feel like I keep having to straighten out his head. Like his head gets knocked out of wonk. That might be because of how I hold the controller though. Like his head looks fine now. But I'm sure if I start moving the controller around and shit, it'd be a lot harder. But I like these stairways. I'm gonna have to check the mail soon. Okay, so we have all these platforms. I think it's time for us to select our dude and just call him something. I don't really have a name, so he'll just be like a Ben 10 OC, and then I'll call him like I don't think he looks like a golem necessarily. He looks almost like a little bot boy or something. There we go. That's pretty simple. And then I guess I'm just going to call this. Oh, it's not all grouped together, so we gotta do it again. And then I can call this like the Bot Boy Omnitrix platform or some shit. I mean, I really don't have to call it the Bot Boy Omnitrix platform. It can just be an Omnitrix platform. So let's just go to save as new creation. It's a sculpture. Omnitrix platform. And now I have even more ideas actually. So if we take our little dude that we've already made and we make a second little dude, how does the second little dude behave around the first little dude? Okay, so the second little dude will follow the first little dude. It doesn't seem like he gets too close to you, but he does follow you around. And I think there's potential to make like a bad guy version of our bot boy. Like a bot boy enemy who follows you around, but he has like a hurt box. So I like that, and I'm gonna do something with it. When you land on his head, it kind of like pushes him in like a button. I find that fun. Anyways, let's set up the little bot boy bad guy thing. I think that'd be cool. So let's go into edit mode. So first things first, we have to change a shit ton of colors, like a bunch of colors. Really, we're just changing. Do I have to select a lot of stuff individually? Like, okay, well that won't be hard. We got this. Here's his leg. We don't have to worry about glow because all the appropriate glow is already there. So we got his legs and shit. We got his hands. Okay. His watch plate might have to be like his own thing. His head might have to be like its own thing. That's fine. We can do that later. Let's go into coat mode. We're going to set it to red. We're going to apply tint. Okay. He looks very red. And because everything else still looks green, it looks really weird. Let's go back in again. Ooh. Not trying to scope in that hard. There we go. Grab that. I'm trying to make sure I can grab stuff that won't change the color of a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I can't tell if I'm holding his helmet too. Oh, and moving it moves like the whole thing, so it's hard to tell really. Because I think if I was to move this, it would move the whole thing. Yeah, so I don't know if it moving the whole thing is like actually bad or not. So I got his upper arm right there. And we need to get his upper arm. It's interesting when you're trying to like look through the armor. Oh, that's not his upper arm. There we go. And now we're going to tint all of that red. There we go. He's so tiny and there's so much red, all I can think about is Elmo. Let's see. Ooh. So that's too far in. Maybe I can select just that and I'm not selecting more than I think I am. We'll have to see. The way that it highlights everything makes me second guess a lot of times. I legit can't tell if I'm doing anything. Maybe I didn't select it. I'm here to edit that head color. Huh. You know, that wasn't what I was going for, but maybe that'll work. Hold on. Just jump back a lot. Okay. Now let's select the whole guy. And then I think if I just tint the whole guy red, it'll just kind of work. Yeah. I mean, that's more or less what I was trying to do, but easier. So, that'll work. So now he looks a little bit more menacing. Excuse me. So he's the bad version of the bot boy. Do 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 do. Now I need to make him actually a threat, and I need to make his follow logic. Oops, I don't need to scope in that hard. A little bit better. So I have a lot of things that I could actually do with him. Like for one, my stomach's still making a whole bunch of noise. Let's see. So I have about like half an hour or so. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I was checking to see if anything had happened in the Facebook group chat. Circle is to depossess. It doesn't matter because no one's going to be possessing you. I'm going to set it to you can't possess them in the first place. Anything that has to do with possession doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. So I know what logic I want to add to when he's destroyed. So he's going to have a destroyer. I don't even know how you would destroy him, to be honest. Yeah, now that I think about it, I legit don't know, because I don't have any offensive stuff on the main guy. This guy is just going to have offensive stuff. Scope out, because you don't really have to be scoped in. Let's give him a label. Label him as foe, not friend. He's like a bad guy. Okay, and then let's give him a health modifier. Let's look at the range on it. We're gonna make it zone based. Hold on. Too big. Too much hurt. Let's see. There we go. So he doesn't have to hit you by contact. You just have to be close to him and he'll deal damage. And he shouldn't deal like 100%. That's what he currently is dealing. Let's say minus 25% if he hits you. And then we can say wall modifying health. We should add some thundercloud like collision logic or whatever. Which really I could have done earlier. So grab that, open that up. Just take this health modifier, put it in here. I'm trying to, hold on. I'm not trying to create a wire node. Move wire. Everything that was going in that first one, I just want to go in this one instead. Hold on. Wait. Wait, what the the fuck? Is that the health modifier that I wanted? Yeah, so that's the one from before. Okay, cool. I just got a little confused for a moment, but it's fine. And we don't need a thunderclap sound whenever they hit you. Maybe like a buzz or something, or like a little zap. So let's go into sound effects. Let's try collisions. Nah, I want to be more... guns and blasters. Maybe like the little pew sound. There we go. Okay. Fuck. What happened? I actually don't get what happened. Rewind? Let's move him? Play mode. Edit mode? My brain's like, yo, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I think his force applier is hurting him. Labels. It's not going to affect the foe. Should really only affect friend. Okay. So it kind of... I feel like the force applier should apply more force. I feel like I'm not really getting knocked away. Maybe it should be more directional. Also, it's like under the feet for some reason. Maybe that's it. Okay. Center play mode. Oh, I have a force applier that's just passively on. Well, that's not going to work for our purposes. That should be connected. My brain suddenly was like, is it connected to that? It should probably be connected to this little counter or whatever. I am very perplexed. Where the fuck? Okay, it is just directly connected to this. Probably shouldn't be. I don't know what's up with the counter or whatever, but I notice everything's kind of built into that. Well, now it's just not going off. Now you just get hit. It kind of sucks. So, edit mode, change that up. Because it shouldn't be that you just get hit. But it's passive. I don't get that. It shouldn't be passive. It should be only happening Well, it's currently modifying the health of the player. Like, now you just can't touch him. So, how the fuck did I get this to work before? Like, what were the original connections? Okay. Yeah, it originally plugged directly from the health modifier into the force applier. Okay. That doesn't mean that it'll now just work the way it's supposed to, then. Rewind. I don't get it. Hold on. Currently modifying. It should only ever be affecting the player. So I don't get that. The force applier versus the health modifier. One of them shouldn't even be popping off. Okay. It does push you off of him. Yeah, I mean, it knocks you away. He's just not a super aggressive follower. But he could be a more aggressive follower if we just made him more aggressive. So let's do that. Also, I'm never hearing his sound effect really. I'm still never hearing his sound effect. It does cause knockback. But I feel the knockback a lot more when you like jump on his head. I don't feel it as much when you just run into him. Like, I think it could be a little bit stronger. You definitely know you got hit though. I just don't think the knockback is that good. Maybe turn it up to like 90. Excuse me. So if I jump up here, he doesn't seem to care to follow me like vertically. Like he's not gonna jump on platforms and shit. Oh, well, what? Hold on. He'll jump on platforms if they're between me and him. My brain exploded. Homeboy just died, but I don't know what killed him. Okay. Yeah, he'll touch this and he'll die. But I don't know what's doing that. I don't know what's killing him. That is really bizarre. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. Yeah. He like eats shit and dies. I don't know what's happening. He shouldn't be being affected by his own health modifier. Because that doesn't make sense. His health modifier has been set to... Oh. Oh, I thought I fixed that. He's just accidentally killing himself. Should only affect friends. Yeah, okay. I was like, why does every level start out with, like, homeboy hurting himself? There we go. That seems a bit better than what I was doing before. And now he's not just dying for no reason. Okay. Cool. So we got a little bad guy. I actually have an idea for a level type where you have to make like a little guy follow you, but you're trying to like collect little guys into a goal area. And whenever they arrive in the goal area, they stop following you. So you have to lead them through like a series of hazards or whatever. Kind of like a Lemmings thing, but within like this kind of theme. That's cool though. I like how he'll follow across the platforms. I want to edit his follow distance. Right now, I think he's almost like, he's almost shy. Because he doesn't just run up on you. But he could just run up on you. To an extent. I don't want him to be like super aggressive, but more aggressive than he currently is would be fine. Let's see, lower body movement, upper body movement, body structure, behavior. Maybe it'll be in here. So define a radius within which the puppet will stop trying to follow the tag or label defined above. Know that the radius originates from the puppet. Define a radius within which the puppet will start trying to follow a tag or label. Let's see. I just want him to get closer. Like he's following, but I feel like he always like keeps his distance a little bit. I just want him to get a little bit closer. So if that's the radius of which he'll stop, is 2. Oh shit, okay, yeah, okay, now he's a threat. He tries to get within one of you, and if he gets within one of you, oh fuck, yeah, it just hurts. He now tries to get close enough to fuck you up. Fuck, yeah, I mean, he got me. Yo. What would I have to do to style on him to get him away? Shit. I keep missing it. Oh, I think I would have gotten him. I think I would have gotten him. You just have to create little platforming challenges that the AI would fuck up. But you know that you can goot. Yeah, like now I'm safe. Like he's still following me, but I've just gotten to like a jump that was a little too difficult for him to do. Shit. Okay. So I kind of like this. It was kind of fun. Fuck. Yeah, he killed the shit out of me. Straight murder. Huh. If I just tiptoe my ass around, though, it's not that bad. 1 meter's still safe. See, now his ass is up there. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is... It's like only when he's fast. Only when he's going really fast does it matter. But then it's like, well, then if I just walk everywhere, then he's not gonna fuck me up. So we're fine. But if this was like a time trial, like a race where you're trying to get the best time, he did the thing again where he died. I don't know what kills him up there. Yo, I'm sorry. For a second, I thought my character's weight caused the platform to shift down. To which then I was like, that's cool as a bitch. But I don't think that's what happened. Rewind. So I don't know what caused the enemy to die. I've seen that behavior before. He'll get to like that third platform. Ooh, shit. And he'll decide that life isn't worth... Fuck me. That life isn't worth living anymore. See, I don't know what kills him. I don't think I have any... Like, does my character have powers? Like, any, like, hitbox stuff? I didn't think he did. But I don't know what's killing the bad guy. His X just makes the guy jump. Motion sensor affects the lean direction. Circle depossesses the imp. I want to do forced possession. Yeah. I don't know what's killing that one guy. It's weird to have enemies that just stop existing sometimes. Whew. I can feel him inching closer. Ooh. Bink. Yeah, little stuff like that you can use to get away from them. And then you're kind of safe. So I like that. I think stuff like that is cool. Let's see. So, oh shit. I hit rewind, I meant to go into edit mode. I do have fun with the little chases though. Do I have to set his follow distance to be like half a meter for him to get like really threatening? Like for him to actually be like scary? I think he'll be a lot more relentless. Ah, I could have a survival map. Fuck. Fuck, oh my gosh. Ah. Oh, he's so close all the time. Ooh. Ooh, fuck. Okay. Ah. 0.5 might be a little too close for my comfort. 0.7. Okay. So he got me, but there's a little bit of space between us. I think if I just keep running, he's not right on my ass. Okay, yeah. I fucks with that. So I think I have a few ideas. 0.7 doesn't give you a lot of room to breathe. You gotta, you gotta like keep at it, which is good for like a survival challenge enemy kind of thing. I don't know what kills him up there. On that third platform, he like eats shit and dies, and I don't know why. But that does bug me. Let's see, I might change 0.7 to 0.8. Play around with that. 0.8, you have kind of like a whole person between you and the enemy. But he'll still get close enough to kind of fuck you up. It's just I don't think he gets close enough now to fuck you up like repeatedly. But then again, I don't want to make a little game where you just walk and you're safe. Like, this would probably be good for time trials. But I think for a survival thing, specifically, survival distance might be like 0.7. 0.7 still doesn't seem... Like, I don't know. Maybe for survival, you would want them to get really close. Or to just have multiples of them come after you. My issue is that when you stand still, you only ever get hit once, you know? It doesn't really push you that much. So if you stop moving, in a survival map, you would be fine. Nothing would happen to you. So I think I can't really make a survival thing with this. You know what I mean? Like, I could try. But I wouldn't need to necessarily. It's fine to have like a platformer where you just get chased and you're just trying to get to the end within a certain amount of time. I think for that, this enemy is fine. Fuck. Okay. Edit mode, rewind. So that's cool. I like him. I think he works well. He's not a survival challenge enemy. He's definitely like a chase you while you're trying to platform style enemy. So I guess I'll call him like Ben 10 OC enemy. OC enemy. And I guess I'll call him like a negative bot boy or whatever. Just a really lazy name. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm going to start up a conference call soon, so I'm going to have to end the stream. Doo-doo. So I'm going to do my outro real quick, and then I'll start up that conference call. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. These nuts. D's nuts. There we go. D's nuts. D's nuts. So I want to make more of these Ben 10 themed platforms and stuff. I might make another enemy type, one that shoots at you. That might be interesting. It probably could work the same way that this guy does, but maybe he doesn't follow. I could turn off his like follow range or whatever, and he's like a stationary enemy, but he like looks at you, and he's like a turret that just follows your position and shoots at you. That could be interesting. I could make the enemies different colors. I have a whole bunch of ideas. But anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One Only, logging out. Peace, guys. Chicka